There's going to be a lot of new infrastructure that will need to be recovered, so we need to find the best mechanisms that recover those costs of investment across the entire energy chain.
Now, you own the country's biggest coal-fired power station, Eraring, in the New South Wales Hunter Valley. It's due to close in 2027 as per the agreement with the New South Wales government, but it sounded like you're open to extending that deadline when speaking with investors this morning. Is that the case?
Well, the base case assumption is that we are actually closing in August 2027. I should be clear on that, and that's the agreement we reached with the New South Wales government. But when investors asked me a question this morning about what other scenarios might exist out there, it's fair to say that we're in an energy transition that's got a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of investment coming in, there's a lot of enabling infrastructure coming in, and therefore we need to consider all of the scenarios. And we consider them in the context of customers. We consider about reliable power, affordable power, and also only running plants for as long as we need to on our path to actually reduce emissions.
So when Eraring goes offline in August 2027, will the shortfall from that power generation be filled by renewables or gas?
Oh, no, I think the bulk energy that's coming into the system, when you think about energy as we go through this transition, bulk energy is going to be, the new bulk energy is going to come by renewables. But we still have an existing system that has a combination of gas, coal, hydro and renewable energy. And so I think you'll find it will be a combination that comes in. But clearly we're investing in a very large wind farm to bring that in to replace that Eraring over time. And that will depend on the timing of that wind farm relative to the date we close Eraring. So there could be a period of time in which we're getting energy from a variety of sources. But if you think about the transition more broadly, as Eraring comes out of the system, that energy will be replaced by renewable energy, and that's why we have to think about the timing, because that's also dependent on transmission infrastructure being built.
Recently, you reportedly warned of the risks of losing public support for the clean transition because of the costs of investment in new transition renewables and storage plants. How is that? How slow is it going, and why is the public losing interest?
Oh, I think losing the support was really around we need to make sure that we do this at the least possible cost, because cost of living and affordability is the key issue on the minds of all consumers in Australia. There's a separate comment you made there around timing. It's an enormous undertaking that is going on right now to deliver the energy transition. Ambitious goals have been set. There's a lot that's being built out. It's taking time. But rest assured, I think there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of transmission infrastructure being built now. There's a lot more to be done. It won't be linear. But my comments earlier were really about the fact that we need to make sure that the consumer feels that they can come on that journey as we move to a decarbonised energy system.
So will it ultimately then be consumers that pay for this green transition?
Well, it will be. I think there will be consumers that do play a part in paying for the transition, but more broadly, if you think about it, you know, the energy bill's made up of networks, transmission distribution, wholesale energy and retail, so the various components around that, competitive markets over time, and the new build energy that comes in would put downward pressure at that point in time on wholesale energy prices. We need to get the timing of all of those investments right so there's not a shortage or a scarcity of supply at any point in time. So, but at the same time, there's going to be a lot of new infrastructure that will need to be recovered. So we need to find the best mechanisms that recover those costs of investment across the entire energy chain. And consumers will play a part in that, there's no doubt, but so will governments and industry.
Frank Calabria, thank you so much.
Thanks very much, Alicia.